What is up, gang? It's your boy Lord All back with ya another video. And listen, guys, in today's video, I want to discuss 3 things that you can do instead of gooning. That's right, you heard it here first. 3 things, three that you can do instead, instead of gooning. Now, I know this might be shocking to some of you, especially for Name 7, but you don't have to goon every day. In fact, it's not actually good for you. And I would argue it's actually terrible for you. Let me turn off my fan in case you can hear that. Now listen, we all know the effects of gooning, right? Unless you're like living under a rock. You know, you've got less motivation. You've got less energy, you've got more brain fog, you're more likely to get depression, and like you're more likely to take the wrong decision in life when you need to make a decision. Maybe you go for the easy option instead of the option that'll give you what you want, but it's a little bit harder. So that's why I wanted to give you some things you can do that will not only distract you from gooning, but will actually be good habits. You're going to be getting healthier. You're going to be building your mental health, as well as building your body. Because this is basically the opposite of what gooning is, right? If you don't want to goon, and if you identify that it is bad, you have to do the opposite. It's no good just doing a little bit less. You have to do the opposite. So what is the opposite? Well, meditation. You know, when you're gooning, you're almost in a state of flow, a state of like divineness, like there's no thoughts happening. Like, you know, when you do a task, like say a Rubik's Cube, you're not thinking in your brain like loads of shit, right? You're just doing it. You're just trying to do it. And that's the same as gooning. Like, you're kind of in flow state here. Except you're not. You're in the small-hatted Lucifer version of the flow state, which is the exact opposite of what you want to be doing. So let's think about it, right? With gooning, you're giving in to just that feeling of that dopamine feeling, that feeling of, man, I need to do this, like that itch. You just got that itch. It's like a drug. And then you do it, and you're just like, yeah, I feel like killing myself. But the opposite of that is basically meditation, like, honestly. It's sitting down, ignoring the itch, or accepting that it's there but not doing anything. And training that muscle in your brain to allow yourself to be present, which is kind of what flow state is. But you're still like focused. You're still there. You haven't given in to the animal brain, the monkey brain, the reptile brain. So what we can do here is, like, listen, if you have a gooning addiction, like just about everyone does, like, honestly, I'm pretty sure I saw a study and it's like 70% of males have a fucking porn addiction. That is crazy. But listen, they attack us young, they take advantage of you, and now you're an adult and you're just realizing it's a problem. But the way you stop being a gooner is not by like just cutting it cold turkey or thinking you can do something to reduce it. It's literally to get that habit and replace it with a new one. You got the habit of fucking beating your dick until it's red and blistered. And instead, point number one, activity number one, you go cycling. Hell yeah. So, with cycling, right? One, you can spend a lot of time doing it. I'm talking hours. You know, usually you'd be in your room just kind of playing video games and doing God knows what, and eventually you'll see some tits, eventually you'll stumble on a fucking website and you'll start hammering. You'll start fucking hammering. Now, with cycling, you take yourself out of that environment, like you're out of the bubble. You're outside now. You can't just whack off here. Okay? You can't whack off when you're in public. So now you're on your bike, you're pedaling, you're going into flow state because like you're in the activity, but it's the good activities. Your dopamine is not fried doing this, and you're benefiting yourself, your health, your breathing, your cardio, losing some weight if you're one of those fat fucks. And listen, if you are a fat fuck, listen, I don't respect you if you're fat. I do respect you if you're fat and you're trying. Okay? So if you know you're fat and you still get on that bike, listen, I got respect for you, mate. Good job. Like, hell yeah. You're working on yourself. You're doing the opposite of being a gooner. Good job. And the thing is, like, whether it's mountain biking, whether it's road biking, you're going to spend a lot of time doing this. It's not like I went out for 20 minutes and then I came home and jerked off. No. You're going to go out, you're going to do like 40k. That's 2 hours, okay? Nothing. That's at least going to get you a little bit tired. Or, let's start with, and then you can go longer and longer. And eventually you're out for 4 hours. You get home and you're not even in the mindset. You've been fully taken out of like the environment in your brain to goon. So boom. And then you're getting fit. So go do it. Activity number 2 is a martial art. I know, it sounds scary if you've never done it, right? Well, you want me to fight? Okay, listen. It's not that scary. I promise you. Just step into a gym. You don't have to fight. You can just learn the moves, okay? To begin with, you don't have to fight. Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. I'm sure there's other ones, Krav Maga or something. Go with whatever that you like. Maybe there's one you watch more than others. Maybe there's one your friends do. Maybe there's one that you just think looks cool. Go do it. Go learn it. What this is going to do, you're going to be in a new environment again. This one, you're going to have a social life. Hell yeah. Because listen, if you're fighting people, this is how men make friends. You fight each other. And then you're like, oh, sick moves, bro. Guess what? You don't even know his name, you're friends. Let's go. You go for a drink afterwards if you want. Or not. You fucking go to the gym and lock in. But this is a crucial point, because not only does it put you into that flow state, not only does it get you out of that environment, but it's another form of meditation. And it's what men are meant to do. Because when you're fighting someone, right, you've got the cardio going, but you've also got to think, like, thinking strategy in your brain, your IQ maxing, okay? On top of that, you're training yourself to stay calm, even when they're coming in, and you're like, okay, this move, bah, 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 bah. Okay? or jiu-jitsu wise, they're fucking smashing you, and you have to stay calm and think, how do I get out of here without giving him my neck or something? So just in that masculine sense, in that like aggressiveness, it's basically a requirement to be a guy. Like you need to have some sort of controlled aggression, or like what you're gonna do, like either you're a complete pussy, or like you're gonna take it out on your fucking laptop, your girlfriend, drywall, Kyle. That's what I thought. And then number 3, activity number 3, to be an anti-gooner. I was gonna say meditation, because it's the opposite of what you're doing, which I've mentioned a few times. But I also think being a creator or creating something is another muscle that needs to be trained and needs to be developed. And I think it does a similar thing to meditation, although not exactly, but most of us are consumers by nature. We just were born and we're like, oh, here's food, here's some iPad of Cocoa Melon, some brain rot, and you become 9 years old and suddenly you're seeing tits on IG. Another 30 days goes by and you're on the hub. You've said, yes, I'm 18. And boom, you're a gooner. I'm sorry. But it's true though, like most men, we are taken advantage of by the system at that sort of age. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's the reality of it. That's not me being like I'm making a joke, but at the same time, it's real. Like I guarantee it's very real. So, and you can probably relate to that. So nothing weird. I don't know why I have to clarify that. you should know if you're normal, if you're a person. You should have that empathy. You got some empathy in your little gooner brain. Oh, I think you unlock that on like day 90 of NoFap. Good luck. So yeah, creation. Creation is something beautiful because when you start, you're terrible, and then you get a little bit better. And it's just kind of like the journey of, hey, is the things I'm creating cool? Are the things I'm creating going anywhere? And if not, it's like, it doesn't even matter because it's like, okay, you can create something else. Or maybe you just enjoy creating for the sake of creating, which is an amazing thing. So you should keep doing that. And that's what I believe. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That was kind of a little bonus at the end there. Ooh, spicy little bonus, a little gooner bonus, a little anti-gooning bonus. So I hope you enjoyed. Hit like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll send you a Lamborghini. How about that? How about that?